What is up, Cahir Club, and welcome back to another CahirLIVE live stream! How goes it, everybody? I hope you all had great starts to your weekends. You dancing to the music, your mum. That is fair. Tomodachi Life has banging music. You've never been this early on a live stream. Yo, well, welcome to the start of a live stream. I hope you enjoy the beginning, the introduction, as I check in on everybody. How's everybody's days been? I hope you've all had great starts to your weekend. Now it is Saturday, the objective best day of the week. What has my day been like? I often start thinking about my day. I need to start doing more. Like, every stream, I realize, wow, I never do anything. And then, it's just rinse repeat every day. It's because you don't turn your notifications on. Understandable. You should totally turn mine on, though. Oh no. It is a little bit of a no-no. But, I got some cool things arrived today, finally, which was nice. Hopefully more cool things arrive in the near future, so a specific project I have been talking about can finally kick off, but we can only be patient for that. What's it called? But yeah, today we are continuing on with our Regice shiny hunt. We are 620 encounters in, which is quite the way, but still very under odds. Barely past 10% of odds, so we'll just have to find out if we can get it today, but even then it'd be early. I don't think we're going to get another early one, though, after each run. But we can try our hardest. Can we? Can you try the shiny hunt? Is that a thing? Now I think about it, maybe not. But yeah, let's hop right into things. As you can see, the counter up in the top right says 620. That's because that's how many encounters we've had. I am great at the English language and talking, actually. Okay, I need to be more over this way, actually. I'm fixing this soon. I'm not going to have to do this at some point. I've had ideas, but the ideas can't be put into motion yet. I should stop talking about it. Anyway, pop that up there. Pop that up there. That up there. That up there. You don't know, you don't know. Oh no. That is not that great. Anyway, first encounter of the day, first encounter shiny, maybe. Maybe. Oh, it's blue. SHINY Regice is blue. Not quite. But a second encounter. No, I'm not going to do this for everyone. That would be a little bit tedious, I think. That'd be a little bit tedious indeed. Fox is... No, he's a... Huh? My ears? Or are you just saying in general? Because these are not fox ears. Not quite. Cat is also wrong. They're tiger ears. I am a tiger. You can tell by the hair stripes. My brain just shut down for a moment. It is like an old computer, my brain, even though it's not that old. You still have it, hell yeah. I do got some nice ears. No touching though. Alright. My new short popped off today. I don't know what did it, but it's already got like 200 views, which is kind of whack. Your brain shuts down a lot. That's fair. Mine also does. It is like constantly rebooting. It's almost like a 10-year-old computer that has been used to download like pirated films and video games for the past decade. But like the person who's doing the downloading gets very confused by all the download buttons and is constantly clicking the wrong ones. So it's just full of viruses. Like the search engine is like Ask Jeeves or something. That is almost definitely like tracking everything you write and sending it to some sketchy company. Every keystroke is being sent to multiple locations across the world. And about every 5 seconds, it started. That is my brain. Your brain, the loading some... Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I need to get a new one. I need to go to the Brain store and get... I mean, it's Halloween. I'm pretty sure if I went into, like, Sainsbury's, Fantasy Sainsbury's, or something, I could just find a brain on the shelves, right? I could just plug that in to my head, and it'll be better, right? Surely. I feel like that would be a thing. Because it is October 1st now. I don't know where September went. Like, September went really fast. But now it's October. The spooky month. We got Halloween this month, which is kind of whack. What was it called? Cole, yo, you're late. No worries, dude, but welcome in now. You're not that late, we're only 4 encounters in. I hope you've had a great start to your weekend, and also October. Because I did forget that it was October. Remember to wake up Green Day. That's true. Oh yeah, it's October, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about it until I saw someone being like, it's spooky month, and I was like, wait, it is? But I forgot September only had 30 days, I'm gonna be honest. It did, right? Or did I just miss the 31st? The issue is I'm not entirely sure. Which isn't a good thing to not be sure about. You're gonna hunt Galvantula? Yo! If we get Regice today, I should definitely hunt a spooky mon. What ghost types are there in this game that I could, like, feasibly hunt? Is Duskull Poke-Radarable? Because I've already got, like, 3 shiny Ghastly. September went by... It did. It was a speedy month, and I don't know how it managed it. Like, normally September lasts a while. I feel. Mostly because it's, like, often new beginnings. At least for me. Things start in September, but, like, that makes it then, like, take a while as you get used to the new status quo. But there has been no new status quo this time. Do you have Pokemon Sword and Shield? I do, yes. I have Pokemon Sword. So Cursor, I mean, Cursor's kind of on the table. I could breed for it. That's where I got my shiny Croagunk, was Sword and Shield. I say that, but Mister has not been on show recently because he is not walkable. I can't walk with him at the moment because we're in purgatory of some kind, I think? Hell, maybe? I could hunt in Glimwood. I could. I prefer not doing random encounters, though. As in, like, in grass. I guess this is kind of random encounter-y. Like, it just mostly pisses me off how Sword and Shield's encounter system works. Of like, oh yeah, technically, there are higher odds, but like, it's a 3% chance to get those higher odds. Phantom spawns in Crown Tundra. I could do Phantom. I don't know, I'd rather do a radar hunt. I like radar hunts. But, and you can see it. You can see it. I don't know. Again, like, what's it called? Like, other random shinies, I'm a little bit more into the idea of, I like soft resetting for legendaries, but like other Pokemon that I could just like breed for. While you were watching me, you were song lyric pranking your friend, and she said you want to repost about your car extended warranty. You might hunt Regice. Regice is a good hunt. I vouch for the Regice. Jose, hello, welcome to the stream. How goes it? I hope your weekend and October have both gotten off to a great start. How's it been? How's it hanging? Today I'm shiny hunting for Regice. I would have chosen a more spooky themed hunt if I'd realized it was October sooner. Or if this Regice showed up sooner. But I feel like that's not going to happen. We're still very under odds, I think. We still have a way to go, I bet. My last few hunts have been quite quick, so... Yeah, well, my last hunts, it was Larvitar, which I got quite quickly. And then Bidoof, which I got also very quickly. And then before that was Croagunk, which I got in like 30 eggs. So... We've been getting some very lucky hunts. I doubt our luck is here to stay for much longer. Or did stay for much longer after that, because, yeah. We are slightly bluer Regiceless. Wait, no, I had a brain thought. Is it there? Oh, it is. Oh yeah, go left, Go left. He left from the anime. It seems like Ash is going to be taking on Leon with no go. Brain thought incoming. It was like, my brain had to prepare. Had to, like, fortify for a thought. But yeah, Go just kind of ditched Ash. For Project Mew, just before the finale with Leon. I don't know, like... I'm interested to see how the finale's gonna go, then. Like, it seems they're taking a bit more of a break. They're stalling for it a bit more to perfect it, it seems. I'm interested to see if it's gonna be like Go is doing his fight along with as Ash is fighting Leon, and it'll like what's it called? Brain? No, okay. Yeah, so like Go and Ash will both be like fighting their big battles alongside each other, and it'll be like swipping between them. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't like that though, because people aren't all that big fans of Go. So it'd probably be better if they just both took place in separate episodes. I don't know, like, what's it called? Corn, hell yeah, corn. I hope Leon's fight actually, lasts. Fuck. No, I've got this. I can have brainwaves. I hope Ash's fight with Leon actually lasts a while, because Cynthia was basically a 4-parter. Because there was like the build-up episode where like she vibed with Ash for like an episode, and why is my brain running on fumes today? I don't get this. I was like eager to talk about this shit because I was gonna think about it, but like now, yeah, Ash's fight with Cynthia lasted basically 4 episodes. There was the build-up episode just before where I do understand what you're doing. By the way, Unicorn Girl, it's just the corn song. I've acknowledged it. You can stop the prank now. But yeah, there was like the build-up episode where she just kind of vibed with Ash while the Anta fight happened. And, like, we got a bit of Cynthia's backstory. And then the actual fight itself took up 3 episodes. So, like, I feel like you'd be doing Leon a bit dirty if his fight lasted less time. Although I feel like Leon did everybody dirty in the tournament that he's fought so far, so maybe Ash just won't be immune to that. I don't know, I was thinking about this, because, like, there are 2 options here, like, with how the fight goes. That is, A, everyone in Kalos is apparently a pushover, or B, like, Leon kicks Ash's ass. Because Leon absolutely steamrolled Delane and Diantha. Like, everyone on Leon's side of the bracket got absolutely steamrolled. Whereas everybody on Ash's side of the bracket actually put up a fight. So, either Ash got a really stacked side of the either Ash got a really stacked side of the bracket, versing, like, Steven first, then Cynthia, with Iris being, like, an also very powerful trainer. Or, Leon is just gonna completely steamroll Ash. Unless Ash pulls something creative out of his ass, which I think would be interesting. But yeah, I'm interested to see how the fight itself is gonna go, because again, Go's not there to be in, like, the stands, which means it would just be Hop, if they want to, like, cut over to anybody. But Hop's not going to be cheering for Ash at this point, he's going to be cheering for his brother. So I'm wondering if, like... I want them to bring back Brock, and then either Misty or Dawn along with him. Because I think that would be cool. Yeah, I think that would be cool to have. Because, oh, my brain just stopped again. I was like, I got on a roll then. I'm proud of the roll I got on. I'm off the roll now. Yeah. I just think it'd be cool because, like, okay, so Dawn and Brock would make sense because, like, they've actively thrown back to the Sinnoh trio a few times. Like, they've had points, they had, like, the Arceus special that kind of throw back to that trio. And then they've had, like, other events where, like, Ash has teamed up with Dawn. So, like, this is a trio that, like, has been cemented in Journeys already, so that would make sense. And then it would make sense for it to be Misty and Brock, because those are, like, the original two companions there to watch Ash, like, live for his biggest fight yet. I still find it funny that Ash's mother flew all the way out to Alola to watch his, like, fight there. She didn't bother to, like, fly out to the even bigger fight. She just kind of sat back in Kanto to watch on TV, instead of flying out there. When, like, she did to Alola. But I guess that's because the series the series do have kind of different vibes. But yeah, I don't know, like... I just think it'd be sad if Ash had no one in the grandstands to be cheering for him. Other than just, like, the generic crowds. I hope we'll have, like, flashes over to, like, a lot of Ash's companions that we've met throughout the series. Like, rooting for him as he's doing the Leon fight. But I'm interested to see what Leon's team's gonna be, though. And honestly, how the fight in general is gonna go. Because, like, Cynthia's fight was interesting because she showed to have, like, big strategy off the bat, and then immediately took out, like, a lot of Ash's strongest Pokemon. By taking out Gengar, Dragonite, and Pikachu off the bat. Which left you with Sirfetch'd, Dracovish, and Lucario. It was obvious who the star of the fight was going to be, but Dracovish and Sirfetch'd still, like, pulled their weight, like, massively, because they're important, like, no. In a way that meant, like, a lot of the fans sleep on those two, because, like, they're the newer Pokemon on his team, and, like, Dragonite and Gengar are both, like, very popular Gen 1 Pokemon. And then Pikachu is his ace. So, like, people are always going to be hyping those three up. But Sirfetch'd and Dracovish kind of ended up with a shorter end of the stick. Because, like, they're not the big, popular, wow, Pokemon that Dragonite and Gengar are. So it's nice to see them, like, actually shine. And then, of course, the whole, like, last episode was devoted to Lucario. So, so it makes me wonder how, like, the first act of the Leon fight is gonna go. Like, are they gonna... They wouldn't want to repeat the Cynthia fight. They can't just immediately steamroll 3 of Ash's team. Yeah, they can't just immediately steamroll half of Ash's team. Do you have a favourite Pokemon game to shiny hunt in? I think Sun and Moon, honestly. I might be a bit biased because, like, Sun and Moon was where I did most of my hunting. But, I really like the SOS method. The SOS method is just a very fun method for me, I think. Probably one of the more addictive ones. Like, Radar is interesting. I feel like it's very unpredictable, though. And then Dexnav's pretty cool. I'd rank that very close. And then Sword and Shield is, like... There's like one main shiny hunting method. Technically, the raid dens as well, but... Your favorite Sword and Shield. That's fair. I can't slay other people liking it. I just think it's a bit lame that it's, like, not got that many methods. Because that's what I like, is when a game has a lot of methods to bite into. Like, Gen 6 was a good one with, like, Auraz was a good one. With, Dexnav, Masuda methods, and then chain fishing as well. So Sword and Shield just doesn't quite itch that spot for me. Unfortunately for it. But I do like... I still like Masuda methoding in it. Which I think is probably one of my other... I think SOS is my favorite, then Masuda. In, like, tiering. And I don't know, Legends Arceus and Usam, I feel like they make shinies too common. Like, specifically, like, the wormholes. I kind of like that the wormholes have, like, limited encounter things. But I feel like shinies are still a little bit too common there. I'd rather they... Like... Okay. I agree that, like, 1 in 3 or so runs, you should run into a shiny. Like, that should be, like, the average, like, shiny encounter per run. Because I think it's exciting to find a shiny in a main playthrough of a game, and then you can use it during that main playthrough of the game. That's, like, a really exciting thing, I think. But, when it, like... When it's, like, to the level of Legends Arceus, I just feel like it's getting a bit too many, and then shinies aren't really worth anything. Like, now a regular shiny Zoroark is a lot more valuable than, say, a Hisuian shiny Zoroark, I think. But that's just my... That's my take on it, and I can, like, understand why other people are fine with it. Because some people just like seeing, like, get the shinies and the brain go brrr. But yeah, I think that's why I'm honestly going to start keeping my shinies in, like, their main games from now on. Most of the time. In, like, the game I found them in. Just because then it's like, yeah, I got this shiny in this game, you know? I know I say that with my croagunk from Sword and Shield on my team, but yeah. So what's your just favorite shiny hunting method, Cole? And also anyone else in chat who shiny hunts. Is, like, random encountering your favorite method in general, or do you have another method that sticks out to you personally? Right. But yeah, as for, like, soft resetting for legendaries, I don't know, I feel like soft resetting's, like, a necessary evil. It's one I've done a lot of, but, like, I don't really find it fun to do, but, like, I don't find it annoying to do. I don't, like, actively dislike it, but, like, if you're, like, Cahir, you have to spend the next, like, 15 days shiny hunting. I'd probably, like, pick Sun and Moon or something. For the good old SOS. But yeah, overall I wonder, if Ash is gonna, like, I don't know, I feel like if Ash wins against Leon... Okay, no, let's backpedal a little bit. I think the Ash versus Leon fight is probably one of the most up-in-the-air fights we've, like, had Ash, like, be a part of. Like... Okay. I guess technically we've had a few for the past few gens. But, like... Gen 5, it was probably clear he might not win. I don't think anybody was going to Gen 5 expecting him to win. And then Gen 6, I think there was like a vague lingering of hope that he might win, because this was his strongest team. But like, of course, the track record showed he probably wasn't going to. And then Alola, I wouldn't be surprised if people were expecting an arse pull. But, like, I don't know, I feel like there wasn't that much about Alola. But like, Ash versus Leon, I feel like this is probably one of the most tense fights we're gonna get. Because you genuinely don't know if Ash is gonna win this one or not. It is very up in the air, I think. Because, like, I could see him winning to kind of, like, fulfill his arc. He's now a Pokemon Master. But at the same time, like, are they really gonna want to make Ash a Pokemon Master? Like, I feel like if Ash wins, the odds of this being his last series increase exponentially. Because, like, he will have achieved his goal, and I don't really know where they could go with him after that. I feel like it would be... Like, they've done progression well with Journeys. Ash won the Alola League, and then immediately after, went into, like, becoming the best trainer... Like, went into a tournament to become the best trainer in the world. Like, that's a natural progression. But... to then, like... I don't know what they could do next that isn't just step down. Like, there's a giant school in Paldea. He could go there, but that would just be Alola again, right? He could go to the gym challenge there, but he's now the world champion. Like, why does he need to? So unless they, like, do something specific with Paldea to be like, this is a place for the strongest trainers, I don't really see what they could do to not make it feel like a step down. And maybe, like, a kind of soft reset for Ash as a character, which I think would be a little bit lame, honestly. Like, no one liked it when that happened in Black and White. But, like, then are they going to bring, like, a whole new cast for the new series, and then maybe, like, have odd references? I don't know, I think it'd be interesting, like, we've had this version of Ash in the movies for the past few films. We didn't have a new film this year, of course, but, like, for the past few, since, like, I Choose You, we've had this new version of Ash, basically. This alternate universe Ash. Or not even really alternate universe, just like out of canon Ash. Where he's like running around doing shit. I think it'd be cool to like have the movies focus on that Ash, but maybe bring back some of his old Pokemon. Like, have some of the experience. Maybe even like make it soft canon, where like these movies are technically happening around Ash, but, like, he's now using Pokemon from back across his backlog. So, like, the next movie is based around, I don't know what mythical we're getting in the next games, but, like, whatever that is. Like, whatever that is, like, the movie's based around that. And then Ash encounters that in the movie, but, like, in battles and shit, like, boom, all of a sudden Lucario's there. But, like, he's using Lucario alongside, like, Infernape or something. And, like, it keeps his team small and shit. But, like, they're constantly, like, throwbacks to, like, his All-Stars from across the gens. I think that would be cool. And then, like, Ash isn't in the main series and they do something else. But by the same token, I wouldn't be surprised if they kept going with Ash, because it'd be weird at the same time to stop having Ash as the protagonist of the games. Like, because he always has been. And yet... You know? Like, I'd be surprised if they actively did just ditch him. But at the same time, he's so close to his goal now. This is arguably the closest he's been to his goal of being a Pokemon Master. Arguably it is. And like... Hello Felix, welcome to the stream! How goes it? I hope your weekend and also October have gotten off to a great start. I was just talking about... Okay, no. We're shiny hunting for Regice. We have 648 encounters in. Which is still quite under odds, but it'd be cool if I got him today. That I just pressed the home button too early. But I'm also, like, contemplating the anime. I'm not sure if you're keeping up with it at all, but Ash versus Leon is coming up, and I'm wondering if Ash is going to be in the next series or not. So I feel like if he wins, they can only really take his character downward from there. Like, whatever step forward would be a step down, you know? So I'm contemplating all that. Because, I don't know, I don't think it's obvious. Like, I feel like Ash versus Leon could go either way. But if Ash wins, like, what? Is he gonna, like, go and take on another gym challenge? Although it feels like they're straying away from that. Maybe because they knew, maybe because they knew that there was going to be a very, like, mixed gen this gen, I guess? Because, of course, Gen 8 is, like, very limitedly in Gala. We got, like, the Gala games, we got the DLC for the Gala games, but then all of a sudden we were offered to Sinnoh for, like, a year. When Ash sends out Palpitoad and Torkoal against the Mythical... No, hear me out. Was it Palpitoad? Palpitoad was, Gen 5. I don't know, like... Tobias did just feel there. Like, okay, people have been saying Ash has had plot armor, like, this tournament. I feel like Ash is, like, the only character in, like, media history to actively, like, get shit thrown at his face after his biggest wins. Like, Ash beats Paul, is immediately fucking ground pounded by some guy who came out of fucking nowhere, and for some reason has 2 legendaries. I like the jokes that are like, if Ash had beaten Tobias, what was it? I can't remember which order Tobias sent out his Pokemon in. It was Darkrai second, right? Like, if Ash had beaten Darkrai, the rest of Tobias' team would have been like Bidoof. There would have been like a Bidoof and a Starly from like Route 201. Because he needed those for HMs, and then Ash would have won. But yeah, but I feel like that's the reason why I don't know if Ash is going to win against Leon. Because, as a character, him losing is such, like, a core part of his character. Is, like, his ability to lose, pick himself up, and move on. And I think that's, like, a really cool part of his character that I feel like people don't focus enough on. People are always like, oh, he's dumb. But while that is true to an extent, like, I feel like it's less true now, especially in Journeys. Because, like, he's basically the Brock of Journeys, which is funny to me. Like, this is the generation in which, like, you can tell that he's grown so much, because he's the person being like, oh yeah, Blaziken evolves from Torchic, so it makes sense that Blaziken doesn't want to eat the Torchic treats. And shit like that. Like, all of a sudden, he's the knowledgeable one who knows everything about Pokemon. And I really like that symbolization of his growth. But again, that brings me back to, like, the whole... I don't see where they can bring his character logically if he beats Leon. Because, like, he's his ultimate self at this point. Ash is, like, becoming more and more fully realized. So unless they lobotomize him like they did in Unova, I genuinely don't see where he could go, like, what up direction he could go. Which is why I wouldn't be surprised if he does just lose. Maybe they'll, like... Maybe Journeys is set up to continue in a way, where Go won't get Mew, and Ash won't beat Leon. And they'll both be like, man, we got our asses handed to us. But, like... we're not just gonna, like, give up. We'll pick ourselves up and continue. And somehow they end up in Paldea because of that, or maybe Journeys just continues. Because Journeys is just... I don't know, it's not a half-bad series to, like... take everything they've already done with and, like, repackage it under a new name at the start of Paldea. Like, introduce a new status quo for the series, I guess. And then just continue with it. Go becoming the new Brock-like character. I mean, Ash is the Brock-like character. Go staying, and then maybe, like, a new female companion hopping in, who isn't Chloe this time. But, at the same time, they... I mean, I guess they don't. I was gonna say they always, like, renew the anime when a new season comes around to, like, a completely different thing. But for the first, like, 5 series, it was just the same. Although, honestly, I didn't mind that. I really wouldn't mind them just going back to, like, the classic of... like... a journey being made to beat all the gym leaders. But then, like, in between is, like, some nice little, like, fluff episodes where they're, like, just traveling through the endless forest TM. And, find the wacky thing of the day as Team Rocket try to sabotage them. Like, that is the vibe. Like, I like what they've done since, because it's nice to mix things up, but they really hit onto something nice with the original Pokemon series. Like, the original 5 series, I think. Because I was rewatching Diamond and Pearl recently. And I'm just a fan of that way of handling things. That kind of status quo of, like, you can kind of hop in at any episode. Like, the most intense you'll get is, like, a 2-parter, which often happen around the gyms. Although I guess... No. I was going to say, like, maybe they're trying to serialize it a bit more, but I feel like Pokemon is no more serialized now than it was back then. Because there's always, like, the soft continuity of each episode, where, like, how many gym badges Ash has, how many Pokemon he has and stuff. And, like, even now, like, in between, like, the big points of the series, like, you can just watch any episode standalone. Pokemon isn't some, like, grand narrative still. More than it ever was before, at least. I was going to suggest that maybe they were trying to lead into that, now that, like, Netflix and shit is becoming more and more popular, but I don't think they are. Sorry, I've been thinking a lot about the anime today. I think it's because I had a dream last night about watching the Ash v Leon fight. It was wild. Like, I was just straight up dreaming I was watching an episode of the anime. This isn't the first time that's happened either. I, like, had a dream about, like, the fucking Hooper movie. Like, I don't think I even watched the Hooper movie. Maybe I did. I don't know. I remember bits of the Hooper movie. Like, I remember Hooper being like, "Are you surprised?" And shit. And I remember, like, the Hooper Unbound more or less being, like, Shadow Hooper, or whatever. Like, I remember chunks of it. But I don't ever remember watching it. I just remember slowly absorbing this information from all around, because everyone was like, yeah, it's kind of mid. Like, I don't know if I actually watched it. But I did dream about it, and Arceus had a Mega Evolution revealed in it. I don't know when Mega Arceus was going to be, like, added, but he Mega Evolved to be Hooper. From what I remember of my Journeys one, it was a lot more down to earth. I remember, like, someone tried to steal something from Ash at one point, like, just mid-fight. They sent out, like, a Pokemon to, like, dance across the battlefield and just fucking rob him. But... Make sure to stay hydrated, folks. Water is important. Not quite. Oh yeah, I mentioned the other day that, a succulent from our garden had just been unearthed and left out of its pot the other day. It happened again. It's happened twice now. The idea of this succulent bandit that I built up might not have been inaccurate. The succulent bandit might be a thing. He might be here to steal our succulents. Or not steal them, but stop them from growing. He's running around my town, just finding succulents and just ripping them out, stopping them from growing. So the succulent has exercised its free will to escape the ground. That's another interpretation of the events. It's an interesting one. Dad's current theory is birds, though, which I think is a lot more boring. I like to think it's a succulent bandit. I'm just stealing. Little thief guy, you know, I just think that's a lot more of an interesting event. Theory 3 is it's the cat. She might just hate succulents. I don't know, she's kind of got that vibe about her, to be fair. She's in the room right now. She can hear me talking shit about her. But, like, I could imagine her having, like, a really big vendetta against succulents. Just a hatred for them. A hatred for succulents and a love for grass, because she really likes eating grass. I'll be honest. I don't know why, but she does. Like, she'll walk out into the garden and just start eating grass. Like a fucking cow or deer or some shit. I don't know why. Grass isn't good for her. She's honestly not the first cat I've had that eats grass, though. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, the cats always have to reincarnate from, like, cows or something? Is it, like, in their DNA? Do they just secretly wish that the grass was sustaining? What is so alluring about grass that makes them eat it? So many questions. So few answers. Grass is just tasty, you guess. You guess? Finicky, do you eat grass? You eat grass, don't you, Finicky? It's green. Never mind, you know. I thought so. You do have that kind of vibe, to be honest. To be blunt. I can kinda envision that. It's not all that surprising. Wait, I didn't get to the end of the cutscene. Okay, no, it's not. Crazy that. It's almost like I could have guessed, because it wasn't green. Green? Blue. SHINY Regice is not green. It's not. It's just a slightly darker blue. Green. I wish it was green. Green would be a good color. But no, it's just a little bit more blue. It would be cool, yeah, no, I agree. But they just kind of didn't do that, actually. They're just kind of like, yeah, we can just make it blue, actually. Just a bit dull, isn't it? Huh? What's up with that, eh? You're gonna be a little bit more blue this time, huh? Or are you just gonna be that blue? Probably just that blue. Oh, it's got good IVs though, yo. You'll love to see it. You don't love to see the fact it's not shiny though. Appalling. Absolutely abysmal. Okay, I'm gonna get to 665. Then I'm gonna go take a piss. Because I'm going to be honest, chat, I do kind of need the toilet. Yeah. I don't really have anything else to say about that. Almost, it is almost 666. That's true. That is a very good point. Maybe we'll get a Satanic Regice. That would be a little bit scary, actually. Just a little bit worrying. Disconcerting, as they say. Okay, this one is not shiny. I will be right back. I will be literally right back. Hang on to your seats, because I'll be as quick as a flash. It's me, I'm back. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that wild? Isn't that wacky? Go bonkers? I think that's kind of wacky. Maybe even a little bit go bonkers. Just a little bit go bonkers. Ebb to you too, Finicky Five Eyes. Ebb to you too. More of an ooh in repetition is cool way. Yeah, sure, Satanicky. I like that one. Anyway. Back to the hunt, back to the grind. We are going to get to that 666th encounter. An encounter Satanic Regice. Horrifying. I say that. This might not be the 666th encounter. No, it is actually, it is. Because it's funnier if it is. If it isn't, that's not as funny. And as you always know, the actual truth is the funniest truth. Because funny things are funny. Slow down. This snail wishes you good luck. Thank you, snail, for the luck. I am very appreciative of a snail's luck. I'm a big fan. I'm a big snail fan. Love snails. And not in like a French way. I don't either. I admire. Them patterns on their shells. Very cool. Very swag. Thank you for the snail look. There are sea snails in my dad's fish tank. Sea snails? I mean, not sea snails, I guess. Because it's not a saltwater tank. There are snails in dad's fish tank. Aquatic ones. It's funny, because, like, he spent a while just constantly warring against them, trying to get, like, fish and shit that would eat them. And then he realized that, like, the snail population is inexplicably, not inexplicably, tied to, like, this, like, algae that grows in the tank. Like, this really annoying black algae that grows in the tank on, like, all the plants and stuff. And the snails just, like, boom in population to eat it. And then when it's all eaten, when it's all gone, snails, they go down. But sometimes there'd just be a lot of snails. I remember once, like, I looked in the tank and saw a fish corpse. And then I looked back in the tank, like, an hour or two later. And it was just covered in snails. Like, completely covered. You could not see the fish. You could not see the fish anymore. The fish was not there. It was not visible. It was entirely coated in snails. Which is kind of concerning. I wonder if, like, a passing shrew or mouse or whatever, like, had that exact same thought pattern with Amelia Earhart and coconut crabs. Those guys are huge. I don't get why coconut crabs have to be a thing. Your chances of being eaten by a coconut crab are low. But they're not zero. Like, and they're a lot further from zero from, like, other situations, like, I don't know, being killed by a gorilla, I guess. Like, if you die in the wrong place at the wrong time, you are butter coconuts of those crabs. Horrifying. Fucked up. Alright, I was thinking about this. Of course, we got Wiglet revealed recently. And initially I was thinking, wow, I guess, like, maybe Diglett is, like, the crab of the Pokemon universe. And everything eventually evolves into Diglett, like cartonization. But that's untrue. Pikachu is what everything eventually evolves into. Cartonization in the Pokemon world is into Pikachu. It's into Pikachu-like creatures. Electric-type rodents. That's the end goal. That's the end goal of evolution in the Pokemon world. Terrifying, I know. But, like, if you go, like, 1 billion years into the future of the Pokemon world, much like 1 billion years in the future of this one, everything's Pikachu, much like everything would be crap here. Does he wiggle? He does, actually. Do you know Diglett, Finicky Five Eyes? Do you know, if I say to you Diglett, do you know what I mean? I know you aren't caught up with all the Pokemon lore. Alright. Oh, I just kind of passed over 669. I just kind of didn't notice. Oh well. You think you do know? Like a potato do? Kind of, yeah, with a big red nose. Wiglet is like a white version of him, but a lot thinner. And it can make a lot more of itself go whoop, out the ground. Which is kind of whack. Oh, like an Unagi? Maybe. Wiglet is to Diglett. Like Wario is to Mario. That is so true. Although, more like how Waluigi is to Luigi, I think. If we're going straight up comparisons, because, like, Wario's a lot, like, skinnier than Luigi, and Riglet is a lot skinnier than Diglett. Exactly, they just got longer. Which is, fascinating. I want, at least... I hope they're early game. I hope they're early game, so I can pick up my Quaxly, and then pick up another 5 Wiglet. And then just have that as my team until I get other Pokemon I want, and slowly just replace the Wiglet. Or, of course, not do that, and just have, like, a Wiglet solo run. Honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing their evolution. Like, is it gonna be Wug Trio or not? Because, okay. You wonder if the evolution was just... Exactly. I wonder if it will be, but I feel like it won't be. Because Wiglet only evolved to look like that through Convergent evolution, which means it's not related to Diglett at all. So, would its evolution look like Dog Trio, or would it just be like a bigger Wiglet? Like, that is a source of confusion for me. Because technically, it doesn't have anything to do with Diglett. It just looks like one. But by the same token, it's gonna get unfathomably longer. I hope so, Kite. I hope so. That would be best case scenario. I think that would be a very good evolution. Just one that, like, stretches up into the stratosphere. You saw fan art of something like a big eel that uses 3 Wiglets as a lure. Oh no. That is horrifying, but that would be cool all the same. I would vouch for it, but I'd be slightly afraid. Do we have any water eels yet? I know we have, like, the Tynamo line, but they're electric type, not water type. I mean, we do, because Wiglet is classified as an eel, but, like, apart from Wiglet. You love to Regice. That's the other thing I was wondering about. So, the past couple of in Gen 8 exclusively, we got some, like, more additions to Legendary Trios. In Anamoris, Regieleki, and Regidraco. What, like, other legendary groups would you like to see expanded upon in Scarlet and Violet? Do you guys have any, like, dudes who you'd like to see more of when Scarlet and Violet releases in its DLC or in its main game? In addition to Entei, Raikou, and Suicune would be cool. That's true. That would be an interesting one. I guess they could, like, they could use that to enforce or debunk the evolution rumor, I feel. Do you know if ones have already have Keldeo, to be fair? Yeah, I wouldn't expect another Sword of Justice. Although the Three Musketeers is... Why did I think Paldea was France for a moment there? Sylveon Legendary would be cool. It would be. It would be. A Fairy type would be cool. Along with, like, a Dark and a Psychic type. Kind of like the, kind of like Espeon and Umbreon. So, like, add to them. But... Again, like, I guess that depends if they want to reinforce the evolutions thing. Because it's a common theory, and it's never really been debunked. Because we've only really seen, like, dark silhouettes of what the legendary dogs used to be. So, like, we've never been explicitly told what the legendary dogs were when they died. It's only been, like, fan theories that have been going around. But, like, I feel like it wouldn't surprise me if that fan theory is... It's like the Ditto theory, where, like, technically these two things have no link at all. but people have, like, drawn the line so often that it's almost become fanon. If they keep this up, then maybe by the time we get to the Alola again, there'll be a Tapu based on the Aether Island. That would be interesting. I guess it'd be like... Oh no, Magina. We've already got Magina. I know it's not a Tapu, but... I don't know, I was thinking of like, maybe it'd be like Steel Fairy, but... Honestly, I hope we see Aether again. Like, I feel like we kind of got to see Aether again. Because it is explicitly stated, I've said explicitly stated a lot today, it's like very heavily implied that the Aether Foundation in Alola is just one branch of it. Like, Lusamine is the president of the Aether Foundation, and she is technically in Alola at the time, but then Farba is the branch chief. Technically, there's meant to be Aether Foundation everywhere, not just in Alola. So I'd like to see more Aether Foundation around. I think that would be very cool. Just to, like, make the world feel a little bit more connected. But I could see them not doing it, because often they do like to keep generations... Like, they try to keep it just like 1 or 2 references to past gens, really. Like Grimsley and Colress in Alola, or Jasmine in Sinnoh. They, like, obviously would just rather keep it, like, a couple of references around, but not, like, flood people with just a bunch of different references. But all the same, like, they kind of were like, yeah, this is the Aether Foundation. They're a global organization devoted to Pokemon conservation. Where are they? Like, I could understand if, like, they had appeared in the time between, like, Black and White 2 and X and Y and Sun and Moon. But we haven't seen them since either. But yeah. What do you guys hope that they reference in, what was it called? In, Scarlet and Violet? Are you guys hoping for any, like, specific references? Like, do you want Looker back? Maybe more, like, Ultra Beast references again? Hoping to see a Kalos character or 2 in Scarlet and Violet, since France and Spain... That's a good point. That is a very good point. It would make a lot of sense to see some Kalos characters. Maybe, who is it? The, like, photographer lady. Alexa? I can't remember her name. But, yeah, her. It'd be cool to see her. Yeah, I got it right. And then... who else? Who are, like, big Kalos side characters? I know, the only ones I can think of are Dexio and Cena. But, oh, I guess some rivals would make sense, like Tiano and Trevor. There's, like, a dancing minigame in it, and it's just Tiano-based. That'd be funny. But yeah, Kalos will be a good one. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping that the giant crater in the middle of Paldea, even if it's not, like, explicitly stated to be in a war with Kalos, like, is subtextually stated to be from the ultimate weapon. Because think about it. Terastallization is the main mechanic of the region, and the ultimate weapon is very, like, crystalline in its looks. So it kind of makes sense if terastallization spread from the impact there. And, like, there's got to be some kind of backstory to that giant crater. And it would just be cool to, like, link things in together like that. But by the same token, Pokemon don't often like to have such strong ties between games. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was not the case. But it'd be cool if it was. Other than that, I hope Looker appears at some point again. I like Looker. I like the little post-game Looker quest, and it's sad we didn't get one in Sword and Shield. I'm looking forward to the game, the Legends game that has Looker out relative in, because they've got to have one. I don't know. I bet they're gonna, if they have one in a game. Wait. I wouldn't be surprised if they had Looker as like a Kanto ancestor. Or imagine Looker as like the antagonist of one of the games. Imagine if they had like Looker as the active villain. I feel like they're more likely to have it just be characters who are like actually have ties to the game itself, but it'd be cool. Canon Plays, hello, welcome to the stream. How goes it? I hope your weekend and October have gotten off to a good start. Yeah, I'm doing a SHINY Regice hunt today still. We are getting to almost 1k encounters, which is a fourth of odds, but obviously that doesn't mean much. But yeah, right now we're just talking about references we'd like to see in Scarlet and Violet to other games. Like characters we'd like to see reappear and such. And I was saying how, I hope we get another character like Caitlyn and Ingo. Yes, definitely. Caitlyn is such a cool little thing. Like, little, like, Easter egg. Like, to just have between the games. I really like Caitlyn. Caitlyn coming back. That would be very cool. Honestly, I'm interested to see how Paldea goes. Because it sounds like there's a lot of champions in Paldea, and What's-Her-Face is like the leader of them. Maybe one of the really overlooked, like one of the Team Flare admins, Celosia or whatever. That would be cool. Just like a Team Flare, yeah. Because like no one really thinks of the Team Flare admins. Or like one of the Battle Magian girls. Coming back in a big role. Although they very much feel like a quadrio. Like I feel like separating them doesn't quite check out. Like they're meant to be a group. But one of them would be cool, and it would kind of make sense. Like, in the fact that Caitlyn was from the Battle Frontier, then Annabelle was from the other Battle Frontier. To bring, like, a Battle Magian character across. I don't know, I like all the Emmett International Police things. Oh, you meant Annabelle, not Caitlyn. Ah, fair. Caitlyn is still that exact kind of character, though. Or did you more mean, like, you don't want them to be part of the Elite Four or the gym system? Bum, 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 bum. Alright, that's a thought. Do you think that Ingo is a faller, or do you think he was brought there by Arceus? Because a lot of people finally done with the work. Hell yeah, welcome to the stream, Rob. You have not missed any shinies, do not worry. We're talking about, what's it called? Any, like, references we'd like to see in Scarlet and Violet to past games. Yeah, she's cool, but I meant, like, fallers or whatever they're called. Ah, yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, it would be cool to see more fallers. But I feel like that'd have to be tied in with the Ultra Beasts. And I'm not sure if we're going to get more Ultra Beasts. I feel like if we were, we'd know. But I'd like to see more Ultra Beasts. So I like Ultra Beasts. They're such an interesting idea. But I feel like they fit with Alola the best. It would be cool to have a world tournament like in Black and White 2. That is very true. But I'm unsure if they would like go back to an idea like that. Until Black... What is it? I was going to say until Black and White 2, but then I thought about it for a second. And A, will we get a Black and White 2 remake at all? And B, would we even get it in the game? Because I feel like often they kind of have it like a different facility altogether. Well, they kind of did Ish and Sun and Moon with Red and Blue in the battle tree. Yeah, and then Cynthia and Wally and Colress all in there as well, which I really liked. Like, I feel like the battle tree is kind of slept on as like a... Oh, and Grimsley. Would Dexio and Cena there as well? Yeah, shorts be like that. They're good. You gotta be on that shorts grind. They're very useful ways to go. But yeah, what's it called? Yeah, I feel like the battle tree slept on, because it's a very like nice thing with like a bunch of characters from past games in it. And I hope they do continue to do like things like that. If we get more Legends games, I wonder if they'll all be in the same time period or not. Like, imagine a Legends Kyurem Keldeo set like the 1800s or 1900s era Unova. Yeah, no, I'd really hope that they don't set them all in the same time period. Honestly, I feel like a Unovan game would be best set at the time of the original Dragon splitting. What was it called? Sorry, I'm just switching my drinks around. It's pretty fun, and yeah, Grimsley was also there with Dexio and Cena, hell yeah. But yeah, I was talking about a Legends Unova the other week, actually. Because I feel like that's going to be the next one we get. If we get another Legends game, I'd fully expect it to be one based in Unova. Because like they want to encapsulate on like the Unovan hype that'll be built up by the time they release it. But I'd like to see it revolve around the original Dragon, and it'd be cool to see like an N ancestor be there trying to unite people and Pokemon, kind of like a mirror as to how he was trying to tear them apart in Black and White. I think that would just be a very cool mirror of a character. Like, he can also talk to Pokemon, so it's implied it's like a bloodline thing. Because I feel like it would be obvious for an N ancestor to be in the game. I feel like he's too pivotal a character in Universe for there not to be in any degree. And judging on how they did Legends Arceus, it'd be surprising if he had no big role. I'm guessing there'd be Plasma Origins. Maybe like original Team Plasma had very like similar to Night Garbs, so it'd be interesting to see if people around the like castles and shit in Unova had that exact clothing on. Like they were wearing like either a very similar or almost identical outfit to what Team Plasma were wearing. Like, I think that would be a very nice through line. And then maybe it's like straight up like oh, sorry, I just had a great idea. Okay, the two brothers. Oh wait, no, fuck. Sorry, I was gonna say the two brothers should be older and get this, but that is wrong. The two brothers should be ancestors of Sharon and Bianca. Because I very much feel that Sharon and Bianca are meant to be the heroes in Black and White. Like, Sharon very much embodies ideals, and Bianca very much embodies truth. So it makes so much sense for the two brothers to be, like, very clear ancestors to Sharon and Bianca. As, like, the original captors of Reshiram and Zekrom. that would line up way too well for them to ditch it. And then maybe, I don't know, I was thinking like Getsis could be like, you know how in a lot of like fantasy shows and shit, the king always has like his weird old disheveled little gremlin guy who's like whispering in his ear. Actually, I just like it if Getsis just suddenly time traveled too and tried to corrupt everything because Getsis. I guess if they go with the whole time travel thing that they did with Legends Arceus, that would be an interesting thing to see. Gets this time travel back in time, and is like the main antagonist, but like a very big supporting character is Emmett, who also traveled back in time, but he has his memories, and he's trying to stop Getsis and find his brother. No, I think I buy too much into the theory that Ingo's a faller. But that would be interesting. I hope they don't continue to go with the, I mean, he got warped to Sun and Moon, so it's totally possible. Yeah, but that was, like, actively Giovanni deliberately doing that, wasn't it? Was it? No, yeah, it was. Right? I can't remember, actually. I need to redo the, Rainbow Rocket post-game. But yeah, that would be interesting. But I feel like there's enough already in the games to, like, have a plot, you know? Like, already in the lore that I feel like they could build upon to make a plot. Yeah, but where did he go when he got sucked out of that? Didn't they all just go back home? Okay, no, you're trying to imply that he goes back in time. It'd be interesting, but I do feel like there's probably enough there to not have time travel shenanigans. Again, I'm a hardcore voucher for the player character being the N ancestor, because I just think that would slap. That would be so cool. Although I feel like a more likely option is for the protagonists to be like a fusion of Nate and Hilbert and Rosa and Hilda. I think it'd make most sense for like it to be a combination of both of the protagonists from past games. Because then it means they're not like having just like one or the other as like the protagonist ancestor. But if they can't figure out how to do that, then we could have an N ancestor. You forgot his name is Hilbert. Oh no, don't diss my man. Don't diss my boy. Just like Kira, he activated his third bomb. But yeah, best case scenario, well, not best case scenario, I'd really like to see just a more interesting protagonist of a Legends game. And I think having the protagonist be the N ancestor would be cool. Because then, they don't have to worry about, like, him doing an N, like he does, him, like, being like N in black and white, where N is the character everyone cares about. No one speaks about the protagonist. But I don't think they'd do that. I think they'll always just go with self-insert. But again, I hope they don't just continue doing the whole time travel thing. I feel like the only other gen they could feasibly do time travel with is the Celebi one. Because is like a Celebi one, is Legends Celebi in Johto. Because how do they excuse time travel in like any other game? I feel like they'd be stretching at that point. Also, just the implication of wait. How many disappearances are there in the Pokemon world? Because, like, we have got Ingo, Annabelle from her original timeline, kind of Looker, because it's kind of implied he's a faller in Auraz, because he washes up on the beach of the battle thing. Giovanni kind of, but he just went into hiding. He didn't get sucked anyway. Actually, yeah, so Giovanni doesn't count. Then... what's it called? There are more. Moan, the player from Legends Arceus. Like, there's just a fucking bunch of missing people throughout Pokemon. So I guess maybe it's not that far-fetched that a bunch of people get sent back in time a little bit too often. Huh. I never really considered that. It'd be interesting to see a character from a Legends game appear in, like, a present-day game. Like, not via their own volition, but from, like, wandering into a space-time distortion at the wrong time or something. That would be funny. Of just them, like, randomly popping up in, like, a present game, just like, yeah, no, I volunteer Polina. Wait, which one's Polina again? Oh, yeah, what's it called? The fire... the Arcanine lady. She'd be a cool one. I feel like Adamant would be a funny one. Because, like, he's like, worshipping Dialga and like, oh, okay. I'm in the present day now. That would be, like, the ultimate appearance from, in, like, Scarlet and Violet. It's just one of, like, the, one of the, like, characters from, Scarlet and Violet is just there in the present day. Like, in a big role, like a gym leader. Or Elite Four member. Although I wonder if Scarlet and Violet will have an Elite Four, or they'll go more Sword and Shield style with it. Because, like, at the introduction of the chairwoman, I can't remember her name. Sorry, I'm really bad with names. I have to, like, know a character for a while to actually get there, remember their name. But yeah, if not, maybe we'll see ancestors of some of the characters like Polina, because I don't know anyone she looks like. That's true. That would be a cool way to do it. Gita, that's it, Gita. Yeah, I'd be interested to see, more... No, that's not what I'm saying. I wonder if... Let me just reset this. Reset my sentence. Start from scratch. Gita is introduced as the chairwoman, and then other champions are mentioned. She's called, like, the strongest of the champions of the region. Not the champion, you know? So it makes me wonder if, like, she'll be the strongest trainer. She'll be the final boss. But, like, will there be, like, a tournament or something you have to go through? And then, is it not an Elite Four, but, like, champions of the region, other champions of the region? In, like, a big tournament? Because that would be an interesting way of doing it. And then you could, like, meet more of the champions as you go along. And then they could actually have a pivotal part in the story, unlike the Elite Four most of the time. Like, yeah, I feel like the Elite Four often have very underwhelming roles. That's kind of why I've liked the way they've done it the past few games. Because it feels like the Elite Four is, like, a few too many characters to deal with. Like, in most games. So, they, like, never have any development. Like, I think the most developed Elite Four members are probably Caitlyn, because she appeared in another game. Grimsley appeared in another game in the future after. Then Flint is friends with Volkner. That's his character trait. Then who else? Fucking Lorelei has, like, one little appearance in Let's Go early on. None of the Hoenn Elite Four are known. None of the Johto... Okay, no. Koga is a gym leader, but he's not that developed either. I honestly kind of wish they would bring back the gym battle music from Sword and Shield. Though that's slap, and we didn't get to hear it all that much in the game. That's fair, but I don't know, I like it when they have new themes. I do hope we get as hype gym battle music, though. Like, I don't know. I feel like Sword and Shield was probably one of the best gym experiences in the franchise. I feel like people often slap Sword and Shield down for its negatives, but I think the gyms in Sword and Shield is one of the biggest positives of the game. And honestly, I just wish they went all in on telling a story about the gym challenge. Instead of, like, bring the Eternatus shit in at the end. They just kind of focused on your journey through the gym challenge alongside Hop's, Beats, and Marnie's. I think that would have been the best story they could have told. And then your research about the legendaries with Sonya culminated in the post-game story when you catch the legendaries. I don't know, having music that reacted to how well you were doing, that shit was real classy. Wait, okay. Do you mean the music itself, or do you just mean the style of music? Because yes, that is very classy, and they should have done that. And they should do that. Like, when you lose a Pokemon, and you're in your team, and you can just hear, like, the underlying bit, but it's like a bum-bum, 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 as you're choosing a new Pokemon. I really like that bit, because it's just like, it's obvious that the hype of the fight would die down as you're choosing another Pokemon, and I like that a lot. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, no, I do hope they bring it back, but I feel like they couldn't bring it back in the same way, you know? Because... what's it called? Like, these gyms, obviously, like, people are in the background watching the battle, but it's not like Sword and Shield level of a whole fucking stadium full of people. Although, do you think people just stayed in that stadium? Like, do you think they just booked a ticket for the day to watch competitors beat the gym leaders? Or the gym leaders beat the competitors? Like, how do they pack stadiums consistently like that? For, like, nobody's doing the challenge. You missed 511, you missed it last stream, Kepler. And then the final Pokemon the gym leader was having, the crowd cheering along with the music. That was actually only when they Dynamaxed, though, wasn't it? But yeah, that is honestly the best thing they've actually kind of brought back. Was, the final gym Pokemon music. I wouldn't be surprised if they do bring it back this game. If they do bring it back in Scarlet and Violet, when the gym leader terastallizes. Honestly, Leon's theme also slaps. Like, the Hall of Fame remix. I like that a lot. But yeah, hello Kepler, welcome to the stream. I hope your day and also I hope your weekend and also first day of October have been going well. What's your favorite Pokemon game? It's Usun. I like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon the most. I mean, Spooktober? Oh fuck, I do! Well, only a month to go. It is only a month. That's very true. But yeah, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are my favorite. I really like Alola as a region. Alola's my favorite region. I really like all the new Pokemon added. The trials and shit. An amazing feature, and I really like it, as well as the Grand Kahunas. And I just feel like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are all around an upgrade from Sun and Moon, except some story details. But, like, overall, like, they're probably, like, the ultimate Pokemon games, I think. Is my favorite starter from Alola too? I do like Litten a lot. I think my favorite starter is probably Tepig. But I do like the Alolan starters a lot. They're some of my favorite starters. Yeah, they're fire starters. I like them a lot. You think Alola's one of the few where you like all of them? Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly the same. Like, every single Alola starter ranks really highly for me. I think the only other region to do that is probably Kanto. No, Kanto and Sinnoh are the only other regions to do that, I think. Although, you know, overall... Fuck! I made a mistake. But yeah, Alola has just class designs across the board. Of, like, starters. I don't know, never really vibe with Poplio. Well, I never really vibe with you, Rob! Unbelievable. I'm sorry, that was really aggressive. Even for a joke, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't forget Axew, Skitty, Eevee, and Riola are also starters thanks to PMD games. I mean, yeah, but if you count that, then you count Machop, and Munchlax, and Meowth. Anyway, Eevee already counted as a starter, because of, Let's Go. You do. Interesting. Personally, it's Hoenn, Alola, maybe Sinnoh, and Unova. That's fair. I don't know, me, I think it's probably, like, okay, across the board, Alola, favorite starter set. Then, probably Kanto? I don't know, like, I get, like, they're the original ones and whatever, and, like, it's cliche to say Kanto, but I have, like, no nostalgic link to Kanto. But the 3 Kanto starters are good designs, and good evolution lines as well. Like, they hit it out the park, first step forward. Then probably Sinnoh. And then Unova. I don't know, I like the Galar ones, but the Galar ones are such like a just passive... Yeah, they're good. I think I like Galar more than Johto, though. Which would then put Johto at the bottom, Galar, then Hoenn. I think that's the final 3. Johto and Galar are the ones who vibe with the least, probably. Hell yeah, we are on the same wavelength. And then... Paldea, I'll like, give my final judgment to the starters. Like, I judge the starters, like, as a whole. What was it called? Like, whole evolution-wise and all. And that would be when I judge Paldea. But I think it's got some very solid designs. So it'd probably be above Hoenn for me. But I don't think it's that high yet. I'll have to see what the evolution lines are like. I don't know, like... Quaxly, peak design. Sprigatito, very cool. But Fuecoco ranks on the lower end for me. Maybe as good as, like, Cyndaquil. But obviously Cyndaquil can't, like, bring up. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Kalos. I completely forgot about Kalos. Kalos would be either below or above Gala. Yeah, Kalos would be either below or above Gala. Maybe above Gala? Yeah, I think Kalos would rank just above Gala. But just below Hoenn. Because, I don't know, all the Hoenn starters I like. Like, I think all the Hoenn starters are, quite decent. But overall, they don't pop to me that much. Oh, just got your favorites, so you'll have our based opinions. A Skull and Violet stream is now, titled Judgment Day. It is, yeah, exactly. But, yeah, I hope we get some good evolutions for the Skull or Violet starters. I don't know, I get why everybody likes Greninja, but Greninja doesn't even rank that high for me, I don't think. Greninja's, okay. I think Delphox is my favorite Kalos starter. I really like its, wizard vibe. And Chestnut's grown on me over the years, but, still not that great. But yeah. What about Legends Arceus? Where, among all the others, where does Legends rank for you? I think Legends ranks quite highly, because I think Hisuian Typhlosion really saves Typhlosion for me. I don't really like Typhlosion that much, but Hisuian Typhlosion is quite cool. So I think it would probably rank maybe above Sinnoh. Especially since it's already got Rowlet and Oshawott. And I like Oshawott and Rowlet. Or maybe just above Unova. Maybe not. Yeah, Oshawott and Rowlet, two of your highest rank. Yeah, no, definitely same. Again, because Alola and then Oshawott is cool. Hisuian Typhlosion looks high. It does a little bit, to be fair. But welcome to the stream, Rylor. How goes it? I hope your October and weekend have gone off to great starts. Yeah, today I'm shiny hunting Regice. And yeah, you have hopped right into the conversation, but we're talking about our favourite starters. Mine are Alola. I like Alola the most. Yeah, Ghost Fly Typhlosion didn't, like the Gormless face at first, but then it grew on you. Yeah, exactly. I'm more or less in the same boat. I don't know, Typhlosion's just... I know there are Johto fans here, but I feel like all the Johto starters are just very vanilla. We got Crocodile, Flower Dinosaur, and Badger? You like Gen 4 then 7? Hell yeah! Yeah, Sinnoh I'm a big fan of as well. And, the Alola starters are just good starters. I mean, his Hisuian Typhlosion is cool. I feel like the model could have been less awkward. That's fair. I feel like, that's, the case with a few too many Pokemon of, older gens. It's a shame, but, how some of them just did not translate well, but I guess it's kind of, an artifact of... Why did I stop? It's kind of an artifact of the fact they switched to 3D. Kind of unavoidable. But I feel like Hisuian Typhlosion's model looks a lot better than regular Typhlosions. Love all the Unova starters, but not sure how much of that is just nostalgia for you. That's fair. Same with Sinnoh, honestly. I don't know, though. I think, what was it called? Brain? No, okay, cool. Goodbye. It's flew out the window. Yeah, I don't know how much... I'm, the same with Sinnoh. Because I started in Sinnoh. Unova was my second... No. Technically, Johto was my second game, because HGSS. You missed Typhlosion 2D sprite. That's fair. Typhlosion does look pretty cool, but I still feel like it's still quite vanilla as a design, personally. But its 2D sprite undeniably look better than its model. You like Chikorita. You think it's cute. Cyndaquil's just a little baby, and you like the Chompy Boy Totodile. That's fair. I just feel like... among, like, all the other starters, they just don't stand out that much, personally, to me. But I can understand why other people like them. I'm not going to slate liking them. I don't know, I feel bad for disliking Chikorita, because Chikorita's so universally hated. But I don't like it all that much. It does not rank that highly for me. It'd rank higher if I could eat it, like that video. Mmm, delicious. You think Superior is awesome, but you don't know how well it works as a starter with the lack of limbs. I feel like starters don't need to necessarily abide by that. I like varied, like, body types and starters. Ew. Yeah, I like varied body types of starters, which is something Johto does well. Yeah, it does decently, I guess. Which I guess is surprising since I like Alola, because Decidueye and Incineroar are both on hind legs, and Primarina is also very humanoid. But, like, overall, overall, still, I'd say, like, they're good designs. But, I don't like how they seem to have settled nicely into making all the starters humanoid. I feel like they should, start branching away from that. Fuecoco seems like it won't be that humanoid, though. I'd be surprised if Fuecoco ends up being that humanoid at the end. Like, Fuecoco definitely seems like it'll be like a giant hulking creature. Yeah, like the Galar ones were. Yeah, the Galar ones were too humanoid. Like, if it were just, like, what's it called? If it were just like Cinderace, I think it'd be fine, but Decidueye is your favorite of Gen 7. That's fair. Decidueye is very cool. But yeah, I think I prefer Incineroar and Primarina, honestly. Decidueye ranks the lowest of the three, but, like, is still cool. And ranks highly in, like, my... Maybe I should do a starter tier list. Maybe, like, next stream I'll do a starter tier list. Wait, okay. I'm gonna do a starter tier list right now, actually. Should I? Should I do a starter tier list right now? I'm playing with fire doing a tier list? Yeah, but I can make it into a video. Would be nice if Sprigatito stays four-legged and cat-like. Yeah, no. I'm on the same boat there. I don't think I'd mind if the other two aren't all that, like, really humanoid. Okay, we'll get to 715 and then I'll do the tier list. But yeah, what's it called? I'd be fine if it was, like, a different body type entirely. Like, I've seen some being, like, Sprigatito evolving to, like, a Musketeer-like Pokemon. That would be very cool. Okay. Not shiny. Okay, let's find a tier list. Pokemon starter tier list. From tier list maker. Okay, have we got everybody here? We've got everybody here but the new starters. So... yeah. We've got Gens 1 to 8 here. And I think that's good enough. Let me just sort out the window capture. There we go. Okay. Oh wait, I'm now realizing I'm gonna struggle to look at chat here. If I put Chikorita in a bottom tier, I'll be missiled by Kepler. I guess I'd better get prepared for that then. I'm sorry, Kepler. Okay. Yeah, chat's gonna be harder to read like... Wait, no, I can do this, Hope this doesn't fuck everything up. It's fucking everything up, but I can do this. That's the whole thing? Where can I close this ad? I can by doing that, I guess. And then I will... Expand. That'll do. Yeah, I've got one screen currently devoted to Capture Card. Okay, let's go. Let's just go along. Grookey, he's all right. I don't know. Okay, how many tiers are there? How many tiers? I feel like that's gonna be like the decision maker here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But then, like, I feel like, why is there A+? Get the fuck out of here. We don't need A+. Why is there an A+ tier? I probably won't really use E tier. Yeah, Grookey I think is like a solid C tier. I like Grookey, it's alright. Score Bunny, probably like a B. Again, I don't really have much to say about Grookey. Score Bunny, I don't know, I like Score Bunny. Score Bunny's got a nice vibe. I'm a big... Fun fact, an IR missile can lock onto mag cargo despite it being tiny. Huh. I just did it. And had to put just one in E tier. I'm not sure if anyone will go into E tier for me, honestly. Sobble. Sobble's also C, I think. Probably below Grookey. I know there's a lot of big Sobble fans, but I don't know. Footballer though, yeah, but I don't care about football. I'm sorry, Rob, I'm sorry. Yeah, Sobble C tier. It just doesn't do it. Tepig? Okay, S. Love that guy. I don't know, I like Pignite more than Tepig. But Tepig is still very cool. Because he evolves into Pignite. Then you don't care about Score Bunny exactly. Cyndaquil! Cyndaquil's B. You know what, Cyndaquil I think is... No. I like Score Bunny more than Cyndaquil. Then you don't care about Score Bunny? No, I care about Score Bunny! He's got a little cute face. Squirtle is A tier. Piplup, A tier. These two are like goated water starters. Goated with the sauce. Look at them. You're looking at these faces and telling me these aren't the coolest motherfuckers around. Squirtle is just the classic. Squirtle used to probably be my favorite starter overall for like a long time. But I realize water starters are your least favorites. I think I like a lot of water starters. Hi Froakie. Yeah, no, Froakie I think probably higher than Sobble, lower than Grookey. Froakie's like okay. It's got a good vibe, but not that big a fan. To be clear, like C tier I'm using as like my I don't love them, but I don't hate them kind of. No, actually with starters, I think I like most starters. They're just like the I like them, they're okay. Mudkip. I used to really like Mudkip, but I honestly think now it's probably just more of a C tier for me. Totodile. Totodile is pretty cute, to be fair. Totodile. I like Totodile. Snivy. Probably high B tier, I think. Yeah, Snivy high B tier. But do you like... I like them with an I, then an E. But like them, they're okay. And then Oshawott, S tier. Look at this face and tell me this face is an S tier. This is an S tier face. Oshawott is amazing. Rowlet, A tier. I think... Okay, no. Piplup, Squirtle, Rowlet is probably my A tier. And then Treecko... Treecko's high B. I think I like Treecko a little bit less than Cyndaquil, honestly, but more than Totodile. And then we have Poplio, S tier. Again, look at that face. I like Pignite a lot. I'm a big Pignite fan. I'm gonna be honest. Big Pignite fan. But I think Poplio's whole evolution line just outdoes Pignite a little bit for me, honestly. Then Litten. Litten, I think... I don't know, I'm not that big a fan of Emboar, and Tepig is okay. I just like Pignite a lot. But I think Litten's got a very strong evolution line as well. Really, so there is kind of people out there. I'm not being dissed like this. I'm not. Charmander... It loses points for being dragon-like. I like Charizard being a fake-out dragon. Your SNA is Snivy, Oshawott, Litten, and Rowlet. I don't like Snivy that much. Snivy's, like, decent to me. But yeah, my A is very Gen 5. Maybe Gen 5 is my second favorite gen. Torchic! Oh wow, like... Hoenn might be my lowest ranked gen, actually. Yeah, I think I like Torchic less than Cyndaquil. No, I'm thinking about hi. Hello, Hilbert! Welcome to the stream! We are taking a break from the Shiny Hunt to tier the starters. We are near the end. We've only got 6 left, but this is my A tier. So much grass. Oh, there is, isn't there? Oh, I never even considered that. I don't like grass types, huh? Whack. Yes, Oshawott is the best. It is. Oshawott is very cool. Chikorita, I'm sorry. You know what? No, I'm not gonna go D. I'm not gonna go D. I think I like it more than Sobble, actually. Yeah, I like Chikorita more than Sobble. Bulbasaur. Need I say more? I don't think I need to go on like a huge essay about how much Bulbasaur is amazing. And then Turtwig I think I like less than Rowlet. In fact, I think I like Rowlet more than Squirtle. Missile is not locked. You live another day. Phew. Now I'm feeling bad because, like, to be clear, C tier is, like, not a hated tier. I do not hate any of the starters in C tier. I just don't like them loads, you know? Like, all the other starters, my babies. Amazing. But, Scorbunny, I've thought about it. Scorbunny's A. I think Scorbunny's low A. I like Scorbunny a lot. This whole tier list, I've been thinking about it. Scorbunny is a decent starter. I like Scorbunny. Also, what is your baby? That is fair. That is completely understandable. Chespin? Yeah, a little bit higher than Chikorita. Meganium's just very plain, I think. Chestnut has more going on, and I like that. Cool. You see, this is actually good, because it means I don't have to edit a death montage for my, Why Hardcore Nuzlocke. I can just clip this and post it as a video, then I got a video. Boom. I'm a genius. Fennekin? Fennekin's high. I think I like Fennekin's whole evolution line a little bit more than Scorbunny's. I think but, okay. Actually, no, that's true. This is like a... This shouldn't be like a whole starter ranking. I do approve of Bulba, but you did my baby dirty. I think Fennekin... I like Fennekin's evolution line more than Scorbunny's. But I think I like Scorbunny more than Fennekin. And finally, Chimchar. Honestly, I think... Chimchar itself? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's Chimchar. That's it. This is it. This is the CahirLIVE tier list. Screenshot it, post it wherever you want. I don't care. This is CahirLIVE tier list, Pokemon starter tier list. I think. I'm very indecisive. Where do the Paldea starters fit in? Okay, Quaxly is S tier. Big fan of Quaxly. Fuecoco's probably, yeah. Quaxly, S tier, I think. Maybe... just ahead of Oshawott and Tepig. I really like Quaxly design. Smile for the camera. Okay, Yeah, Quaxley just above Tepig and Oshawa, I think. I'm now realizing I hope my, like, model was looking forward when I did that. Yeah, it was. Okay. This is creepy. Hey! You asked... Wait, is this, like... No, okay. Yeah, Quaxley in S tier, I think. I'm a big fan of Quaxley. Sprigatito? Probably A tier? Just at the end of A tier. And then Fuecoco, I think B tier? Why has my music stopped in the middle of a song? That hasn't, like... Okay, it hasn't. Yeah, Fuecoco... Snivy is very smug. Fuecoco, I think, in B tier. Maybe at the end of B tier as well. No D tier. No D or E tiers, though. Like, I want to be clear, I don't really dislike any of the starters. I'm not really a starter disliker. I'm going to figure out my favorite gen. Okay, favorite gen is definitely a Lola. I think that's kind of undeniable. Second favorite is probably... Too smug. Put it in C to teach it a lesson. No! I don't know, Univer. I feel like Univer ends up being my second favorite just because, like, it's got 2 S tiers. Then, what's it called? Then Kanto. Kanto? No, I meant Sinnoh. Then Sinnoh. Probably Kanto after that. Snivy is cool. I like Snivy. Like, to be clear, B tier is Pokemon I like. But, like, it's probably kind of a misconstruing thing here, because of course, like, C tier is the lowest I go. But, like, again, B tier is a very good tier. I like all the starter designs, but, like, just some of them don't quite do it for me. So yeah, Alola's definitely my favorite. Then, what was it called? Then Univer, then Sinnoh, then Kanto, I think. Underestimate what I would do to get your baby up in the ranks. Oh god. I've been threatened. I'm scared now. Okay. Let's go back to shiny hunting. We can continue to discuss. But I hope you enjoyed the CahirLIVE tier list. That is the first tier list I've ever done. In fact, yeah, I think that's actively the first tier list I've ever done. Like, in general. I think I've done any... Let's make a champion tier list. Maybe. I don't know if I have as strong opinions on champions. And there are a lot of dragon champions. So there'll be a lot of low tier champions. Because of Lance, Iris. Maybe only 2? Cynthia's got a Dragon Ace, though. Very good, sir. But yeah, maybe I'll do, like... If next stream's shiny hunting, which it probably will be... Oh, is Dragon my least favorite type? Yes. I'm not a Dragon fan. If Fuecoco evolves into a Dragon type, straight to the bottom of Sita. What do I think about Leon? I don't hate him as much as some people do. Oh, I'm not on the right tab. Yeah, I don't hate him as much as some people do. But, overall... What's it called? Like, overall, I think maybe on the lower end of champion rankings. He's, like, okay. I like his outfit after he, like, is dethroned as champion. And I like the aura surrounding him as, like, he's everybody's, like, favorite guy. Like, kind of echoing English football culture. I mean, I guess it's not echoing English football culture, actually. Because, like, people just have different favorite teams. But yeah, I like his aura. I like that everybody's like, hell yeah, Leon, around him. But... And I don't mind that he's got Charizard as his ace. Like, he's meant to be the everyman, and I think having Charizard as his ace makes sense in that case. But, overall, I like Alder a lot as champion. Who is my favorite champion? I like Cynthia's strength, but she uses Garchomp there. I'll have to think about this more. What type do I like? Ooh. Fire or fighting? Maybe more fighting than fire? I'm not really sure. But yeah, fire and fighting at the top. You like Steven. That's fair. Steven is very cool. But I don't have that many strong feelings about Hoenn, I'm gonna be honest. Like, that's my issue there. I don't really have that many strong Hoenn feelings, so Steven's like alright. No, I don't think I care about champions that much, honestly. I don't think I have that many strong champion feelings. Hilbert, your favorite is Cynthia. That is surprising, because Iris and Alder. Red, I don't know if Red's a champion, though. That had potential to be cool, but then they didn't do much with her. Yeah, that's fair. She doesn't really have much of a role in her story. But then again, like Lance... No, Lance does have a bit of a role. Steven does. Cynthia's like... Cynthia has a bigger role in Platinum, but it feels like she just shows up sometimes. Like, after big events. Alder's, like, very involved. I think Alder might be, honestly. But yeah, I'm not sure if Red is a champion. I wouldn't really count him. You think in terms of top-ranking champions, you do like Mr. Steve. He is very classy. That is fair. He's got that suit. Wallace is also classy because he dresses like a stripper. Does she actually lose to Cyrus, though? No. Oh, because you're pointing out that Alder loses to N. I don't think that... I don't know. I feel like Alder's a guy out of his... You can fight Cynthia in Black and White. That is true. That is very true. You love ice types, but not that many ice Pokemon. That's fair. Ice is like... I don't know. I feel like ice is like... in a weird spot. Because... it's just not that good of a type. Like... Objectively in game, I mean. Like, not like... opinionatedly. Like, you can like ice types, that's fine. But like... in practice, it's just got too many weaknesses, and like, its Pokemon aren't generally built well enough to handle those weaknesses, which means there are very few, like, truly good ice types, and I just think that kind of sucks. I'd really like to see them buff types in Scarlet and Violet, I'm gonna be honest. Like, Terastallization with, like, the new... Terastallization is, like, the new big thing. I'd really like to see them, instead of, like, adding a new type like everyone's been wanting, balance the types. So, like, make Bug and Ice better. And maybe make Dragon and Fairy... Make, like, Ice better, Steel a bit worse, Fairy a bit worse, Dragon a bit worse, to counter the fact that Fairy's now a bit worse. No, you mean, then the Distortion Mode, she says Cyrus is too strong. And so I took that to think that she lost. Oh, really? I'd never considered you... Red Eyes, can you help us? Yeah, Regice. Red Eyes, shine. Show ice types are good. If you shine within the next 10 encounters, then ice types are good. Backed into a corner. You love Flying and Fairy. That's fair. Those are also very solid picks. I'm a big fan of Fairy. I like Fairy a lot. And I like seeing new stuff they do with Fairy. Like, one reason I like Primarina a lot is because it's the first Fairy-type starter. I'm sure there can be some kind of reasons for Ice to beat Fairy. Honestly, I think there can be a better reason for Ice to beat Steel. Because of, like... shit getting cold in a bad situation, you know? Like, metals getting cold in bad situations isn't that great for them. Like, I think... yeah. Favorite Fairy Pokemon? A Primarina, I think. Again, I really like that Primarina's the first Fairy starter. I'm a big fan of that. Other than that, I like Slurpuff a lot. Slurpuff's got a nice vibe. Oh, and Clefable, because of Loose from my PokeMMO playthrough. I built a Clefable with Cosmic Power, Moonlight, Tri-Attack, and Stored Power. So it's just like a defensive Pokemon that becomes a sweeper. And it started doing not that good as people began to expect it, but I still really liked it. Your favorite is Gardevoir. That's fair. Gardevoir is a very strong choice. Do you hear about Wally and Shiny Gardevoir? In, Masters? I don't know. I don't play Masters, but I like keeping up with, like, the, new outfits that they give sync pairs. Because like, new outfits they give and, like, new sync pairs. Because I think those are really cool. Wally has, in the Pokemon Masters spin-off, they've made, like, a new Wally ult. And, he's got a Shiny Gardevoir. Of course, referencing the fact that in, the original Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, Wally could get a shiny Ralts, but of course would never use it. Favorite legendaries? Oh, that's a hard one. The issue is it's like a bunch of rotten apples, surrounded by a bunch of really like nice, fresh, and clean apples. Because of all the dragon types. I really hate to be on Alola's cock so much. But I really like Solgaleo. Solgaleo, I like Kyogre as well. I'm guessing you'd mean pair, though, not like couple. Yeah, Solgaleo and Lunala, I'd say. Groudon and Kyogre also are very high up. Which is surprising, because again, I'm not all that big of a Hoenn fan. But, what was it called? Yeah. Groudon and Kyogre are just quite cool. I think they're neat. Regice cry 725 times. Yeah, it has. We should get like one of those videos where it just plays them all at once. That would be hellish, I think. I also really like Regigigas. I think I like Regice more though. What's everyone's favorite like legendary group? Hello, cat. Oh fuck, when you ask a question and then... The Tapus, actually. Fuck, it's Alola again! No! I keep just... defaulting to Alola. Although... I said although and didn't think of the end point of the sentence. Oops. I don't know, I do like the vibe of the Regis. Even Girls Legendaries feel underwhelming to you. Yeah, kind of, honestly. They're, like, okay. Like, I don't hate them. But, like, I don't feel that strongly about them. I don't know, I hope Gen 10 we get, like, big menacing legendaries again for the box arts. The box arts count for trios? No, I'm meaning, like, the legendaries that you can, like, enter into the battle facilities. Like the Regis, and stuff. Favorite villain? I'd say Lucamine, but I feel like Lucamine is... Oh, Guzma! I'm sorry. I like Alola too much. I'm learning a lot about myself today, and it's that I really like Alola for some reason. Alola wasn't my first gen, But, like, I feel a lot of nostalgia towards Alola for some reason. Even though it's, like, only 6 years old. You saw a Twitter thread of polls about legendaries. The worst loss was, like, Giratina. I've been voting a little bit in that. Alola for life, apparently. Probably the Therians. That's fair. That's fair. I like those guys. They're quite high up for me as well. But yeah, I've been voting a bit on that, but not that much. It is funny clicking on some and just seeing how bodied Pokemon are getting, though. Yeah, we went from Dialga and Palkia, Lords of Space and Time, to Koraidon and Miraidon, Bikes. Yo, you're back! Welcome back, Cole! We're talking about favorites blanks. I did a starter tier list earlier, and now we're talking about favorite legendaries and villains. Koraidon and Miraidon are cool. Don't get me wrong. I feel like this is probably a good break from all, like, the big things. And I hope we get some, like, big Bruiser legendaries in Scarlet and Violet. I don't know, it feels like Koraidon and Miraidon aren't just the only, like, big lads. Imagine if we got, like, Paldean forms of legendaries as, like, the big legendaries of the games, and we didn't know it. Aren't there 4 Tapus, though? Okay, I said legendary trios, but I meant, like, groups. Guzma is cool, and Lucamine is very crazy. Yeah. Lucamine, Sun and Moon Lucamine, is honestly one of the best villains in the franchise. Because, like, it's an actually interesting and down-to-earth story about neglect and loss. Even if she does become a jellyfish monster at the end, but hear me out. It's, like, a logical way she gets there, and I like it a lot. But yeah, I meant, like, that kind of classification. I also hope we get that kind of classification in Scarlet and Violet, because, I don't know, it feels like we don't always get that anymore. X and Y didn't have, like, a trio. Then, Sun and Moon did. But then, what's it called? Like, Sword and Shield didn't, but then it did. Like, Sword and Shield didn't, but then it had, like, the Galarian birds. But even then, that's not, like, its own legendary trio. Cyrus X Lucamine, crazy couple. I don't know. I don't think they'd get along. I feel like, although they're, no. Actually, no. Their personalities aren't that similar. I feel like there's, like, what's it called? There's similarities between them, but, like, Cyrus is just, like, staunchly against emotion, whereas Lucamine is, like, caring to a psychotic degree. Like, Cyrus wants to become detached from everything, whereas Lucamine has attached onto Nihilego and Ultra Beasts to get her husband back. Like, I don't think they would get along. Work together? Maybe? In the right circumstances. If, say, the new world was going to be one where Moan was back, full of beautiful Ultra Beasts, as she'd say, then, like, yeah, maybe. But your favorite legendary trio is the dogs. The dogs are very good. I do like the dogs. I don't know, it just makes me realize not many Pokemon design, like, a lot of, like, the main Pokemon designs do kind of land for me, honestly. Like, I know a lot of people just have, like, these Pokemon they staunchly, like, dislike the designs of fundamentally. But I don't really have any of those. Like, I have, like, main Pokemon, like, starters and, legendaries. I don't really think there are any that I'm just like, ew. I mean, other than, like, the dragon types, but Watchog... Yeah, but I don't feel that disgusted about Watchog, honestly. What, like, designs I actually genuinely just despise? I think even when I hate a Pokemon, it's not because of its design, it's just because of it. Like, Onyx. Secret main legendaries were like, Paldean Lunala, and Reshiram. You're seeing the vision. Oh, that would be cool. Like, different legendaries, not even, like, from the same gen. I don't know, they'd have to figure out how they could link them. Jinx? Angry Squirrel? Which is the Angry Squirrel? I don't know, I don't even care that much about Jinx. You hate Nuzleaf and Pelipper, you think? That's fair. But again, like, Nuzleaf is, like, okay. And Pelipper, I don't know. I get why people hate Pelipper, because it's everywhere, but, like, it's just a Pelican. I want to use Pelipper sometime, especially with, like, it having Drizzle now. I think it'd be cool to have, like, a PokeMMO rain team at some point. That would be a fun thing to do, I think. Yeah, Pokemon are hard to hate. Like, yeah, personally, I think so. For me, I get why some people do, like, say dislike specific Pokemon. Even Bruxis is interesting. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Like, even, like, the ugly Pokemon, I find them interesting. Like, why is Bruxis so ugly? It's obviously a deliberate choice that it looks like that, you know? Like, Stunfisk as well. What's it called? Klefki, I like the fact that it's keys, I find that funny. Vanillite and Trubbish. Like, an ice cream Pokemon is amazing. And... what's it called? A rubbish bag Pokemon makes sense, and I kind of like the design anyway. Other than that... I mean, not even other than that. I don't know, I just... I can't think of any Pokemon I explicitly hate. Aromatisse. As in, like, I mean the designs of. Aromatisse. I don't like its design. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. No one hates Gardevoir. Yeah, but some people like Gardevoir in the wrong way. Bro, it's just a bag of trash, but it still looks befriendable. Exactly! And, like, it makes sense, like, in Pokemon lore that a bag of trash came alive. Like, that's a logical thing to assume. Yeah, I don't like Aromatisse. We found it, guys! We found it. The Pokemon I don't like. Is it that strong of an opinion about its design? No. I mean, other than, like, all dragon types, but... You don't think you can be friends with something like Clang? Yeah? But... I don't know, I'd want to be friends with something like Clang. Gears and shit. I was thinking about this. Unless there are space-time distortions, which wouldn't make sense in Unova, Clink won't be in the Pokedex. And I like that. I think that's funny. As like a Sinnoh-born Pokemon not in the Dex. Aromatisse you like, but they put too much into it. I don't know, I just... Yeah, it's just, it doesn't hit the mark. I don't think it hits the mark. Part of me just wants to look through the Pokedex and try to see if there are any Pokemon I outright dislike. Like you a Dancer, Perfume, Plague Doctor, or what? That is true. Question marks? What'd I say? Okay, that's a National Dex. I don't know. I feel like I'm not gonna elicit any strong emotions from myself. I'm not, so far. You got the Pokedex 3D Pro and 3DS Cahir? I got the Pokedex 3D, but not 3D Pro. Like, 3D Pro is when I, like, wasn't as into Pokemon was the issue. I just had, like, these couple of years where I didn't really do much Pokemon stuff. And yeah, no, I'm not seeing anything. Oh well. I say oh well, like me hating a Pokemon is a good thing. But yeah, I got the original Pokédex 3D, but I never got 3D Pro. Because, I went through this foolish stage at a point in my life where I was like, I'm an adult now, I can't like Pokemon anymore! So I sold all my games. Luckily, I couldn't sell Heart Gold because I didn't have the Pokewalker, so I got to keep Heart Gold. What about Simisear? I don't hate Simisear. I like Simisear. I think Simisear is quite cool. Pretty sad. It is, because I had so many cool Pokemon on all those games. Like all my original Pokemon. Delibird? I have a shiny Delibird. I like Delibird. Delibird's just a little Christmas dude. I'm a big fan of that. Hell yeah, Christmas. How can you hate Christmas Pokemon? Christmas, hell yeah. I think I shiny hunted it for it on Christmas Day and I got it on Christmas Day, which was very cool. Because Christmas. Alolan Dugtrio? Dude, you can't diss the hair. Fucking L'Oreal ad. I also like how Diglett's got the 3 little wires out of its head. I think that's adorable. You're not keen on Oricorio. I feel like Oricorio, like, it's hit and miss. I don't really like the cheerleader form. Nor like the kind of oriental form. Nor the hula dancing form. I only like one form of Oricorio. Alolan Rattata! I love Alolan Rattata! Alolan Rattata's just a little guy. Alolan Raticate? Honestly, I like Alolan Raticate more than regular Raticate. I don't like it loads, though. You like the Ghost one? Yeah, that's like the Oriental-y one. I don't know, actually, that one is kind of cool. I don't know, if I had to rank them, I'd rank, like, the, Salsa. Like the red one, the Fire-type one. Ghost, Electric, Fairy. Or is it Psychic? It might be Psychic. Yeah, I don't really like the Hula one much, but, like, I like the red one a lot. I think it's got an interesting gimmick as well, of like it being a different form on each of the islands. I like that a lot about it, which means I don't really dislike it because of that. You don't like that one, it goes woo for its cry. It's excited, isn't it? Are you not? Do you hate excitement, Rob? If Darwin's finches were dancers. Exactly. Precisely. Cricketune. I like Cricketune. He goes... And that is actively the best cry in the game. You think you do normally like the ones other people don't. That's fair. You two, you're British. Kind of in the same boat, honestly. I think the hate for Gardevoir, Garbodor, and Vanillish made me like them more. Same with Simisear a little bit. And yeah, I don't like Spupa. Spupa is the most forgettable Pokemon. And I stand by this. I don't dislike Spupa's design necessarily, but I dislike what it is. Because it's another fucking butterfly. Like Butterfly Dude. Cocoon. Like, they could have done something else with the butterfly this time. Vivian, great idea, but you like the random boat that's stuck in GMAC Garbo door? Yes. I love that as well. That is a very nice bit. What did I think about Juniper? Which one? I like her. MILF! Pardon? And then Cedric is also quite cool. Well, yeah, but they're both professors! That's like the point. I like that bit as well. With the fact that, like, there are 2 professors in the region, and then fucking 3 when Bianca comes along. But I like that he's, like, still like, present in the story. The pretty one. They're both pretty, though. No, I know. Yeah, no, I like her. She's cool. Oh no, now I'm thinking about my favorite professor. Is it Juniper? Oh, I shouldn't put that there. No, it's Kukui. I'm not sorry anymore. I've gotten over being sorry for liking Lola this much. Best professor is Professor Tree. Good one. You did it. You broke Pokemon down to its bare essentials. Oh yeah, Barbaracle. I like Barbaracle. He's funny. Your favorite is Birch. That is fair. Birch is cool. I think my favorite's Kukui. I've seen Pokemon Rusty, right? Yes. Yes, I have. Oh! Oh, but I've forgotten Professor Tree. That's now ringing a bell. Kukui has a smug face too. It's not smug. I don't think Kukui's smug, he's just cheerful. I'm sorry, Kepler. I'm sure I would agree with you more if I remembered. Yeah, Kukui's not smug, he's just happy. And I like that about him. He just lets himself get fucking attacked by his Pokemon for his research. And honestly, good for him. Chill guy, exactly. Kukui is a chill guy, and I vibe with that a lot. And it definitely shoots him up in my rankings, because he's just a chill guy. He's also shirtless, and I find that funny. And then he's the fucking champion in Sun and Moon. Like, I get that Hop makes sense as a champion. Like, okay, no. I like Hop because he's almost like a mirror to who you are in, like, the original Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. That's what he's into, no king shaming exactly. But yeah, I like how the protagonist is like a mirror. They're kind of like the Gary Oak of the game. In the fact that they're always one step ahead of Hal. Favorite gym leader? I think Valerie, honestly. I like Valerie a lot. She's got a really cool vibe. Valerie or Maylene? Who? Hey! The fairy gym leader from Gen 7. In, like, the dollhouse. Idea for a professor. Until, like, halfway through the game, you only call them on the phone. You finally run into them in one of those deep space signal places in the middle of a desert, and they are looking for aliens with, like, big dishes. Yes. From X and Y? Just type in Pokemon Valerie. She's in, like, a kimono. And she's got, like, glazed purple eyes. She's crazy, I love her. Like, if you talk to her after you've beaten her, she's like, don't you sometimes wonder what it'd be like to be a Pokemon? Best gym leader. I love her. Alright. You like the old lady, she's funny. Which old lady? Opal. Opal is funny. I like how you have to actively tell her that she looks young for her age, or you'll get debuffed. You like Norman and Fantina. That's fair. Norman's got a cool position as a gym leader, and like also being the protagonist's father. I like that a lot. Fantina's decent. I like how in Diamond Pearl, Brilliant Diamond, and Shining Pearl, her gym puzzle is maths, which you can easily draw the conclusion of she's a ghost gym. Maths is like scary. Design wise, you like Valerie and Morty. Morty HGSS is very cool. Like Heart Gold Soul Silver Morty, he does have a good design. Other than that, Sorry, I'm thinking. Yeah, I like Maylene. Maylene's got a nice vibe. Honestly, I like the vibe of all, like, the fighting gym leaders, where, like, they had Chuck. They had Bruno, they had Chuck, and then they were, and Brawly. And then they were like, wait a minute, what if we made, like, just, like, young girls who could just fucking kick your ass? I find that so funny and I love it. Favorite protagonist? Ooh. That's a good one. When you say protagonist, do you mean like singular design? Or do you mean like as a package? I know we know nothing about him, but the ice one from Scarlet and Violet, yeah, he is very cool. I'm looking forward. I hope the Scarlet and Violet gym leaders do more in the story. Like, they do in a Unova. Design. Rosa. I think Rosa has the best design. I think she's, like, my favorite overall. I don't know, the male designs are always quite dry, honestly. Black and White 2, Hilbert. Rosa from Black and White 2. You know, okay, cool. I thought you were like, Rosa is in the Who, like you were with Valerie. Yeah, no, I like Rosa's a lot. Yeah, I think she's probably the best design protagonist. All in all. Although I like Gloria has that, like, cardigan. Very British. I enjoy that a lot. But, like, design in total, Rosa. But yeah, I feel like the male designs are just very dry. I feel like Hilbert is probably one of the better ones. That or Platinum Lucas. But like, yeah. Thanks, lol. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the male designs often end up being quite like dry and uninteresting. I don't know, I just hope in Scarlet and Violet they have like cool customization options. Hope we get to customize the Scarlet and Violet as early as possible. That's fair. No, yeah, I was just about to talk about that. And Red? He's very basic in his design, which is because he was made on very limited consoles, I think. Overall, not that much of a standout design to me. But yeah, I hope that there's like... I feel like we'll get to customize from the moment we get to the first big city, but that might be an hour or so into the game. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to get to do a bit of customization earlier on, because it looks like all the customization options are variants of the school uniform. But that's my thing. I hope that we get like interesting customizations of the school uniform to like wear, instead of just like basic ones. Because, like, I don't know, it looks like we're going to end up with very dry customization, if that's just the way they go with it. But I don't know, maybe that is okay, because it's like, what was it called? Making more tight designs out of lower choices. And I hope that they have like less gendered things and stuff. So I feel like that's probably one of the bigger problems with customization at this point. Is that the girls have so many options that the guys have like 3. Like, the girls always have like at least one more tab of like customization. Like, come on. Really? You didn't have to do that. But yeah, yeah, I do feel like customization is like definitely a strong suit of the franchise though. And I like how they kind of were like, yeah, we'll do it in BDSP. Because I don't get why they didn't in ORAS. Okay. Why is the music so intent on stopping halfway through songs? It just happened too many times at this point. But yeah. Alright. What other things are there to rank in Pokemon? Favorite tree? What's your favorite tree in Pokemon? I like the one AZ planted in Hoenn. That's a good one. The battle tree? No one. You don't like trees? You... Unbelievable. I bet you're single-handedly responsible for deforestation. Okay. Okay. Like, these protagonists are so much more boring and basic than other gens. I'm guessing we'll just have to get an alright amount of customization. They seem more blanks. No, yeah, they very much do. Tree City, that is a good point. Yeah, they do very much seem like they're trying to lean into this idea that they're like a blank slate for you to project onto, which means they are very like dull. And I guess it's also leaning into like the whole school idea as well. Of yeah, it's leading into the whole like school idea of the game, which I guess makes sense. Sudowoodo Best also true. I'm happy that he's finally achieving his dreams in Scarlet and Violet, with that gym leader translating him into a grass type. I don't know. In the trailer for Terrestrialization, like when they're explaining it, they actively say that Eevee can be like other types. You totally forgot about that gym leader, actually. I like him because all the other grass gym leaders up until this point have been really like soft, happy people. Like we've got like fucking Gardenia, Erica, what's his face, like Milo. Like they're all like really like happy, Ramos, all happy people, happy plant people. But this guy seems so fucking jaded, and I love that a lot. Like his hair looks like thorns. Yes. I hope they continue with that, with the other gym leaders, continuing to like, I don't know, are there other norms? I don't know, like grass type and fighting type have had like their tropes. But have there been many other tropes? I guess inexperienced rock gym leader is a decently common one, but like I feel like that's been broken enough that it's not that like much of a thing. What if he's the son of Ramos? There's no connection, but what if? That would be funny. He doesn't look that much like Ramos, though. He also seems quite old. In fact, I feel like he might be one of those characters who's like 27, but looks like they're 40. Now I think on it. I could easily see him just, like, being, like, in his mid-30s, but still look like that. It's just, like, an insult to everybody over the age of 30 that some games just, like, leading into for some reason. Like, I always remember that one screenshot. I can't remember what it's from, but it's like an old person. It's like, oh, I'm so old. I'm 30 years old now. And it's like, huh? No, 30 isn't old. My sister's 30. She's not old. That's not allowed. I did like his design, but you only watched the trailer once, I think. Ah, fair. I watched each trailer a couple of times, because, when a new trailer drops, like a new proper trailer drops, I, like, analyze it on stream. Which will continue to happen. I'll continue to analyze all Scarlet and Violet trailers until the games drop. And after the games drop, I think I might do, like, raid days and stuff. What do you guys think about that? Like, have a day in the week when I just do, like, raids and shit. I think that'd be quite cool. Because I really like the raids in Sword and Shield. Honestly, raids are one of the best parts of Sword and Shield. People always, like, rag on Sword and Shield, but I think raids actively, like, bring them up a couple of pegs. People always are like, Sword and Shield have no post-game, but the post-game is meant to be raids. Do you think we'll get any new EV evolutions? No. I feel like we would know by now. I feel like they probably would have led with that kind of foot. Like, they know what a new evolution means, which is, like, what they did with Sylveon. So I don't think we're going to get a new evolution. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't get any new evolutions anymore. Because, like, I feel like they've locked and loaded Eevee as too much of, like, a solidified Pokemon at this point, you know? The sad truth, exactly, yeah. I'd like more evolutions, but I feel like at this point, they've locked Eevee down as what they want it to be. And I don't see them... I don't know, maybe if we get a new type, but we're not in Scarlet and Violet. Although I wonder if they ever will add a new type. I guess they kind of have to. Like, if they want to keep on going with this 3-year cycle of Pokemon, like... And I don't see this cycle dying anytime in the near future. Like, the Pokemon fanbase is too big, you know? Each generation brings in swathes of new players who will now feel nostalgic for those generations. Like, it's too hard-kicking of a franchise. Honestly, it makes me wonder, because, like, some games are, like, getting to, like, 40 years old. Like, I wonder how long some gaming franchises are gonna last. Because gaming franchises seem like a completely different beast than a lot of movie franchises, where they do a very good job at never dying. You're thinking that, what could a new type even be? But to be fair, I don't think anyone expected Fairy. A lot of people are suggesting, like, Sound, which I think is a cool suggestion, because there are a lot of Pokemon that could be retyped to that. I feel like too many types, though, like, fall into pre-made categories, you know? Like, people like Space type, but I feel like Psychic or Rock end up fitting that too well. Like, I think a lot of types that people suggest just aren't fresh and deserve... I mean, I guess Space maybe does. But, like, a lot of types people suggest are, like, too close to the bone of what other types already are. But I don't think it would be worth making a new type out of it. Like, and you might be like, oh, but what about Rock and Ground? But Rock and Ground were in there from the start. Like... If we only had one or the other by this point, I don't think them adding the other would have been a good point where we are now. But I feel like they're kind of going to have to. They're like Moonblast and Moonlight. Fairy has that covered. Exactly. God, imagine a space type and it took Moonblast from Fairies. Imagine Sand type. But that's exactly what I mean. Like, too close to Ground and Rock. It's not got enough of its own identity, because when you say Sand, that obviously just fits into the Ground identity. Or was that your point? But yeah, I feel like a lot of the types fans suggest just aren't new enough. Which definitely shows how hard it is to think of, like, a brand new type to add. Like, it definitely solidifies, like, how hard it probably is to develop a new type. But I feel like at some point that, again, they're gonna have to. I mean, maybe they won't, but... Like, it just makes me wonder, if Pokemon's gonna last, like, another 20 years, where's it gonna be in 20 years, you know? Sound makes the most sense, exactly, yeah, that's what I think. Sound probably makes the most sense as a new type. But are they gonna go for that option? Because a lot of fans are already thinking about it. And, like, I don't know, if I were, like, told, Cahir, make a new type. Like, a brand new type for the Pokemon franchise. Like, I probably wouldn't go with sound. Like, as an official type, if this were like me making like a ROM hack or a fan game, sound is a fine type. But like, as an official type, I wouldn't go with sound, because I'd want it to be something out of the box that people aren't expecting. But then again, I guess Pokemon probably aren't going to be worrying about that entirely. But yeah, I just wonder what Pokemon's going to be like in 20 years. Because, like, how many new ideas can you have? Is my blunt point. Like, it just makes me wonder if at some point they should stop adding new Pokemon. Or, like, a lot of new Pokemon. And start, like, making new regions with giant Pokedexes of old, interesting Pokemon. And then, like, having a focus on regional variants. Or Pokemon that are, like, closely related to other Pokemon. But, like, vaguely branched off. Like, I don't know, I just feel like... What's it called? I feel like my brain just crashed again. They can't keep on making new Pokemon, and I don't think they should. Like, I feel like they're getting to the point where they have enough pieces to make new games consistently interesting. And they don't need to keep on, like... Did I increment? Did I increment this encounter? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna decide that I am not incremented for this encounter. Okay, we'll probably go to, like, either 765 or 770. And then I'll call it quits for the hunt today. But this has been a good one. I've really enjoyed this stream. I think I might try to clip that tier list just down a little bit, and then I might post that as a video. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like that could do well. I know tier lists aren't really the meta anymore, but it's not really a game where they can make an ultimate version with everything included in it. Yeah, no, I don't think that they ever should. People are always like, I'd love to see a game where you visit every region. I don't think that would work as well as people think it would. You don't know where they could go with Mario Kart, Smash Bros, and Splatoon now. That's kind of true. I don't know, Smash Bros Ultimate does feel like the ultimate version of Smash Bros. But also, I feel like there'll always be new characters to add. Like Aaliyah from Fire Emblem Engage. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they could do more with Smash Bros. Because, like, there's characters like Master Chief and stuff. That if they could get the rights to him. And there'll always be new Pokemon and stuff. I guess the issue is like... I think next Smash Bros. Game they're going to have a choice to make. Bite the bullet and say Ultimate isn't going to be the status quo. And then, like, deal with the fact that a lot of fans are going to be angry at that. Or this will just be the last one. Say hi to you. That is a very aggressive way of saying that. But hello Boris. How goes it? I hope your October and also weekend have been going well so far. You pray every night for Mario Kart 9 with Birdo and Diddy Kong in it. That's fair. I don't think we're going to get Mario Kart 9 until the next console, though. I don't think there's, I don't think there's any need for it. I mean, we're getting the DLC at the moment anyway. But, what's it called? Sorry, my brain just shut down for a moment. I don't think there's a need for Mario Kart 9 for a while, until the next console. But yeah, it'd be cool to have characters like Diddy Kong and Birdo. And it'd also be cool for, like, they started implying they were going to add new Nintendo characters to the roster with, like, the DLC for 8. I hope they continue to do that. I really think a character like Kirby deserves to be in Mario Kart. I'd also like to see more out-the-box Mario picks, like Goomba. And I feel like Cappy's basically got a guaranteed spot in, Nabbit. Him too. But yeah, Cappy as well. There are a lot of Mario characters that they could put in the next Mario Kart game. I don't know, I feel like I could easily see where they go with, wait, sorry, I missed Smash Bros, but it's just every single person from Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Yeah, no, that should be the next Smash Bros, I agree. But yeah, I feel like I could see where they go with Mario Kart next. Splatoon, not so much, but I don't think I could have after 2 either. And I don't really play Splatoon, so I can't really, I'm not really like a good voucher on that franchise. But I feel like they probably shouldn't make a new one until the next console anyway. I feel like they won't, but I feel like they shouldn't, because a lot of people have said this one's too similar to 2 anyway. So... But I've also heard a lot of people say, like, it's very different. Honestly, I think it's like a expectations thing. But I feel like it always is with the gaming community. Of, like, the people who just, like... Well, Splatoon 3 feels like Splatoon 2, but a severely reduced map count. Fair. I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like people expect different things out of games, and then, I mean, like, of course, end up torn opinions, but decide theirs are correct. But yeah, I don't know. Shooter games are shooter games. I feel like Splatoon only really stops deserving its place when it becomes like regular shooters, where it has to have like a bi-yearly release or whatever. But I don't think it will. And Splatoon's also got like a lot of characters people like, which I feel like is a very strong suit. I don't know. I feel like... Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like most other shooters don't have that. Like, Halo has like Master Chief and Cortana, but like, is there anybody else that people care about in Halo? I guess that one elite guy, I can't remember his name. But like, Splatoon manages to build up like a cast of characters that its fanbase care about a lot, which I feel like helps justify more games in the franchise. Because people want to see more of their favorites. And then a franchise like Fire Emblem, I feel like that one's one that could easily be long running. As long as they don't lean into like nostalgia too much, but I don't think they're gonna. I feel like it wouldn't surprise me if Fire Emblem has a nostalgic game that throws back to other games every now and again, but most of the time will just be like new games, you know? But I do hope the next one is in its own universe again. Because, I do like... I don't know. The issue is just, like, Fire Emblem Engage, I like the idea of it. I'm gonna play it, and I'm hoping it's cool. But because it's tied itself to older Fire Emblem games, I feel like it's limiting itself in some ways. I think objectively there are a good amount of new features, but people's expectations were just too high. Like, changing the fundamentals a bit low. Yeah, no, exactly. People often expect the reinvention of the wheel, but I feel like Splatoon's not that kind of franchise that's going to do that. The only other shooter like that I can think of is Overwatch. That's true. That's actually a good point. I didn't consider Overwatch. That and Team Fortress, people really like the characters from that, but I'm not sure how much personalities the characters actually have outside of their like intros. But yeah, I'm saying that as like I don't know. If there are, my apologies. Fuck! There we go. Fixed. Like Splatoon, yeah, like Splatoon 2 had already the basics perfected, really, exactly. Coincidence, Overwatch 2 is coming out in 2 days. Wait, are we in the lovely fucking fresh spot where there's no Overwatch? You know, I thought the air smelled better. I've heard that Overwatch 2 is going to make you unlock characters. Like, if you play the original, you have all the original cast unlocked. But the new one, you're going to have to unlock new characters. Which, I don't know. I feel like in Mario Kart, that's fine. But Overwatch seems like the kind of game you shouldn't be doing that. Because I feel like the point of Overwatch is the fact that it's got this big cast and you choose who you main. But if you don't get that option off the bat... I mean, like, maybe I am wrong. Because, again, I've not played Overwatch, but from what I've understood looking in, it seems like the kind of game where you, like, figure out which character you vibe with most by playing them all. And the point is you have the selection. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I can kind of see it. Because, like, it could be overwhelming to new players to see, like, a page of 50 people. But... apparently they thought it'd be overwhelming to see 30 icons on screen. Yeah, no, I can kind of see that. Because then you're, like, annoying people with, like, the, I get it, though. Like, taking long to learn each character. As long as they have, like, the basics down of, like, each thing. Okay, I think this will be the last encounter. So, is Shiny? Oh, it's blue! Shiny's a blue! It's not. Okay. Okay. I dare say, I think that is the end of the stream. And if there's enough players, then new players should only be against new players. Ah, fair. That's good then, at least. If there's enough new players. But yeah, this has been a cool conversation, but I do need to end, because it is now 10:30. But, thank you for coming! Thank you all for coming. This has been a really good one. I've really enjoyed this one. Very, very good stream. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Next stream will be on Monday, probably more shiny hunting. 7:20 PM UST +1 will be the start of the stream. That is also BST, so I do hope to see you there. But yeah, thank you all. This was a very fun one, and I do hope to see you on Monday. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekends. I certainly will, and I will see you all on Monday. Thank you for stopping by, and goodbye. You have a nice weekend too, Felix. Thanks for stopping by.